This week on Cosmo Times.
We've got plenty of fresh air.
Yup, it's outdoor activities time.
From horses to planes.
It's time to get outside from our Cosmo cities.
Hello, welcome to this week's Cosmo Times.
Today's episode is all about outdoor activities.
Yep, the great outdoors. Soak it up, Christine.
What are you talking about, Dash? We're in the middle of the city.
Good, and that fits in perfectly with our next segment, Word on the Street.
Where we get to ask the people of the street what are their favorite outdoor activities in the spring.
I'm Mitchell to find out what's there to do in the great outdoors.
It's so cold here in New York City, and New Yorkers are looking forward to springtime. But what activity are they looking forward to doing most? I'm hitting the streets to find out.
Cleaning my garage.
I want to launch my own business, Oasis Productions.
Yeah, walk along the beach and in the countryside. We're quite close to the countryside at home, so it's nice walks.
Biking. I love to bike. Anywhere. The streets, highways, anywhere.
Personally, my gardening. Oh, everything. I have a greenhouse in the backyard, so I've got a big vegetable garden. I'll start there and then go on with flowers after that.
I'm a runner and a hiker, so not much running and not much hiking in New York City, but lots of running, so I'll be running a lot.
Just down to the beach and jump in the water.
Anything else, like taking a nice walk or a bike ride?
Well, hang out with the 11 grandchildren. That's a good one.
I'm looking forward actually to coming back to New York. I live in Norway, so I love the spring in New York.
Awesome. And what kind of activities do you want to do while you're here?
I want to go shopping. Biking in Central Park.
Sounds like you were going to have a pretty solid spring.
Oh, hiking, definitely. Getting outside again would be great. Oh, I love hiking upstate. It's the best. It's the most beautiful place. I love Central Park. I love just being around, walking around here is so great, and finding new stuff is pretty cool.
The word on the street here in New York City is that New Yorkers can't wait for winter to be over and enjoy activities like walking, running, and biking throughout the city. Now, as for me, I'm really looking forward to just going and shopping, getting my cardio that way. Reporting from New York, I'm Christine Clements. Now, time to take it over to Melbourne.
Australia is known as being all about the outdoors, and when the weather's good, people here in Melbourne love to get outside and enjoy it. But what is their favourite activity to do? Let's go for a wander and find out.
Probably playing with my kids at the park or going to the zoo.
I really like the children's garden at the Botanic Gardens, taking the kids there. They can splash in water and go through bamboo, and lovely thing to do.
Swimming.
And whereabouts do you go swimming?
St Kilda Beach.
And is that kind of something you do every day, or?
No, that's something I do on holidays in Melbourne.
Walking.
And whereabouts do you?
With my dog.
And whereabouts do you walk your dog?
Locally from home or down at the beach. I prefer the beach.
And how about you? What's your favourite outdoor activity?
Fishing. From my boat, mostly. And yeah, I do a lot of that.
God, I don't know. I've really got too many. Walking around, I suppose, I'd say that, yeah.
Oh, I like sport, so anything netball, I'd say.
So you play netball?
Yes.
Nudism.
And where does one practice this?
Anywhere one feels comfortable or where the law allows.
Probably swimming.
And whereabouts do you go swimming?
The beach or the pool.
And how often do you end up swimming?
A few times a week.
I don't really have an outdoor activity that I do, as in kind of sports.
So you don't play sport?
I do, but they're not outdoors or indoors. I play badminton, I go to the gym.
Hiking.
Whereabouts do you go hiking?
Wilson's Prom, and I went to French Island the other week. Yeah.
And how long have you been hiking for?
Since I was a kid, I guess. Yeah. My dad always took us camping.
Yeah. So there you go. In a city like Melbourne, it's not surprising that people are easily able to name their favourite activities, from swimming, hiking, going fishing, or even just relaxing in the park in the nice weather.
Okay, so winter's almost over and spring is creeping up. So our question for this week's Word on the Street is, what outdoor activities do you recommend? This is Christine. Let's go find out.
如果春天来了，我会选择和父母一起出去钓鱼，放松一下，然后呼吸一下新鲜空气。
室外的话，如果空气好的话，我想跑步。
春天来了，我会选择和几个伙伴一起自驾去上海周边踏青，自己带一些自己的拿手菜去烧烤之类的。
春天来了的话，我会想去划船吧，因为我觉得在湖面上会比较舒服。
春天的话，我希望自己就是多去外面运动运动，然后比如像打篮球、打排球、打羽毛球这些能让自己酣畅淋漓的、流很多汗的这种运动，是我比较倾向的。
我比较喜欢沙滩和大海，然后可以游泳什么的，晒太阳，就是公园 barbecue 之类的，然后划船啊，看花。
我喜欢放风筝，然后之前在中山公园也跟朋友一起放过风筝，我觉得这个比较好，一方面可以培养感情，另一方面还可以追逐打闹，很好玩。
户外运动的话，差不多就是登山之类的，跟小伙伴一起嘛，比较放松，比较开心。
比较平缓的运动，比如说跑跑步啊，然后和几个朋友去打打高尔夫，也是我特别喜欢的一个爱好。
可以在周末的比较好的天气的情况下，跟朋友一起去海边啊，去露营，这样子可以放松到心情，然后跟朋友也能交流到感情。
主要比较喜欢打篮球吧，别的运动我也不太喜欢，一起打的朋友比较多，然后也比较方便，场地也比较好找。
比如说户外打打羽毛球啊，踢踢足球啊，打篮球就行。
天气好，经常会打打篮球啊，然后出去跑跑步啊。
So it looks like there are plenty of outdoor activities on offer. So get out there, have some fun, and make it a spring to remember. This is Christine for Shanghai Word on the Street. So it looks like most people like to stick with the basics when it comes to outdoor activities.
Well, as long as the weather is nice, I'm game for anything.
So after the break, we get to check out our city teams to see what is hot out there.
I hope it's about Kung Fu. I can't wait to try out my new silk Kung Fu outfit. Custom made, of course.
Okay.
Cosmo time.
Don't go away because there's more Cosmo Times to come.
We open the great outdoors from our cosmopolitan cities.
In this week's City Searches.
Right after the break.
Cosmo Time. Cosmo Time. Welcome back to the show.
Next up is our trusty sea searchers. So, Christine, what is your favourite outdoor activity?
I like to keep it simple. Like take long walks by the water, have a picnic on the grass.
Boring. Where's your sense of adventure, Christine?
I have high blood pressure. The doctor said I shouldn't go all out.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Well, I hope our viewers are more open to excitement because New York is taking us up, up, up into the air.
Oh, really? That should be interesting.
Are you looking for a winter activity that's going to fly compared to the rest? Well, it all starts on the runway. Let's go check it out. If you want to take your winter activity to another level, you have to visit Mid-Island Flight School. Founded in 1946, this unique destination offers a variety of activities, both in the sky and on the ground.
You know, it's a fun activity, it's a challenge, and it's pretty cool to say I'm a pilot. You know, 1% of the population are pilots, so it's a pretty special field to be in.
It is a high regulation, but actually it's not too far away from you.
Whether you're young or old, a professional or amateur, the Mid-Island Flight School can help your dreams take flight. And if you're in the market for a plane, you won't want to miss it either. Vice President Gail Mancuso tells us what we can expect when visiting.
We are a full-service FBO, which means we do a little bit of everything. We are a flight school, we rent airplanes, we maintain them, we store them, we fuel them. So we're kind of like a marina for airplanes. So within the flight school, we teach people all ratings from the private pilot up through all the ratings that to prepare themselves for an airline career.
Here in the U.S., there's a demand for pilots. Now is a very good time to learn how to fly. You'll never know, your passion could turn into your profession. While you sit back and relax as a passenger, the real fun comes in the pilot seat. But it's not just about getting from point A to point B. Sometimes the magic happens during the journey.
So there's a lot of things that you can incorporate the flying into other sports and other activities that people like to do. There's a lot of places you can fly to go have dinner. So it's pretty special when you can hop in an airplane and go fly to another airport, another state, have dinner and come home. We actually had a marriage proposal over Manhattan in one of our flights.
That's so
cute. Guy totally surprised her. We had it all planned, so as they flew over Manhattan, a charter flight over Manhattan, he popped the question, she said yes, we already had an open bottle of champagne.
The North America Flight Academy has taken classes here as well. They also bring the sports to an international audience. NAFA's CEO Angela tells us more.
Right now, the airspace in China is limited. It's not as, everyone who wanted to fly, you can fly the aircraft. Like in US and Europe, especially in New York, it is really, free. We arrange sort of like events, including the 3-in-1 fly experience, which you try today. And we also do skydiving, glider ride, the seaplane ride. So we do this for fun. They could spend their weekends or holidays, buy this for their friends or even for themselves. And of course, to try the, actual fly, really there's no age limitation. As long as you have a heart you want to try, our arm is open. We welcome everyone.
After hearing about so many exciting experiences, I can't wait to give it a try. On the road to becoming a pilot, you need some instruction, at least I do. What do you recommend, Gail?
Well, let me introduce you to Dave Schreiber, one of our flight instructors.
Hi, Dave. Nice
Christy.
to meet you.
Christy, nice to meet you. Well, I am actually one of the primary flight instructors here. I'm actually fully certified as a flight instructor, so I can teach pilots in single-engine airplanes, multi-engine airplanes, and under instrument weather conditions. There's maps, there's weather information, there's a whole lot of information to really learn and study about before you become a pilot.
I'm gonna be like a little flying sponge. I'm just gonna have to soak all of this in, and I didn't realize that there were so many facets of this lesson. Due to the weather, we couldn't have a real flight, but I'm gonna try the next best thing, the simulator. If weather conditions aren't up to par, which sometimes they're not during the winter, then you get to hop in one of these. What is this, David?
This is a Redbird flight simulator. It's approved by the FAA for us to train in. It's actually a really good training tool on a bad weather day to come in here and not cancel the lesson. Surprise,
okay.
per se.
Excellent. All right, let's go hop in there, shall we?
Sure. Okay, you're gonna sit in the pilot seat.
Oh, yeah. The simulator was the best of both worlds, memorable and educational. There were so many different buttons and controls, and I have a huge respect for pilots and how they take off and land safely.
Oh, Lord. You got it. Nice and easy. All right, you can pull the power all the way out. Pull the nose up more.
Who knows? Oh, Lord. Now that I have successfully landed a plane, a simulated plane, it's time for me to check out the real deal. So I've got Dave, and he's going to show me his bags. I like being able to see, though, all of the gauges and switches in real life. This is how it appears when you drive. You also get the 360 view of what's going on all around you. So it was perfect to start with the simulator, and now we have the real deal. I wish I could go up in the sky, but there'll be another time and place for that.
Well, we look forward to having you back, and hopefully we'll be able to get the opportunity to actually fly the airplane. You'll be able to see the big differences in how it handles. and you'll actually see, depending on the type of day that we go out on, the way wind reacts with the airplane.
As we've seen today, fun winter activities don't just need to happen on the ground, they can also happen in the sky. And you'll be flying into a new season before you know it. Reporting from New York, I'm Christy Clemens.
Flying high does look like a lot of fun. So Dash, what is your favorite outdoor activities?
Well, nothing gets me going like that adrenaline-filled Tai Chi in the park. You see these two babies? They're my certified weapons.
That just sounds way too violent. Why can't it be cultured like the LA City Search where they're going to talk about pretty horses?
Sure, check that out, but I'm sure it won't get my juices flowing like Tai Chi.
What's here around me. Now I'm in the Rainbow Canyon Ranch, which focuses on the partnership between the horse and the rider. Today, let's have a date with the horses.
We're a full-service equestrian center. We have boarding, training, we have a riding school that's open to the public, we offer a summer camp, and we also do buying and selling of horses. Communicate horses verbally, but you also just build up a relationship where you recognize each other, and through riding you can also communicate.
So what types of lessons do you provide here?
We teach hunt seat equitation, which is an English saddle, and our riders learn everything from walk trot, beginning jumping, intermediate jumping, and advanced. We also have clients that own their own horses that do competitions throughout the year. Here at Rainbow Canyon Ranch, we have cats and dogs that follow us around, and we have amazing horses and clients, and it's a beautiful setting, so it's a treasured job. It's a matter of just putting in a little time. You can learn the basics very quickly, so you can walk the horse, you can stop, you can turn. Those are things that you learn very quickly. The position development and being able to trot and then canter and learn how to jump and then do even more fun things with your horse takes a little bit of time. But the basics you can learn in a few months.
How do you take care of horses on a daily basis?
Well, besides the basics, which is feeding, cleaning, and housing, it's really important that the horses are checked every day and that they're exercised every day. So we have a wonderful staff and great grooms, as well as our clients, that groom the horses, take care of them. If they need any kind of medical treatment, we provide that. But it's really about getting them out on a regular basis and making sure that they're okay.
He ended up last year the West Coast leading Derby winner. The new thing with the hunters are the Derbies, and they're 3'9" to 4'2", pretty high and on grass sometimes and in big fields and stuff. And he won more than any other horse on the West Coast. So he got a new home in December. Noah Cyrus bought him, and just the finished product. We've got a lot of new ones coming along, and also several doing the derbies now, but not as far along as this one was. So sometimes the owners, after they've shown 3 or 4 years, decide that they'll let their horse have a new home. So he was very, very, very special and fun.
Chuck and Mary Gaddy started this ranch, I think, in 1970, and basically, with the exception of 1 or 2 buildings, have completely developed the entire property, planted most of the trees, brought in dirt, took out rocks, put the arenas in, put the ring lights in, and the barns, and just made it a great haven for horse lovers, for years and years.
If you are tired of the modern city stress, why not spend a day or 2 for some outdoor activities? I'm sure you will appreciate the value of nature. I'm Xiaoyin reporting from Los Angeles.
If you don't want the outdoor fun to stop,
then don't change that channel.
Because after the break, we get an even deeper look at horses.
In this week's Shanghai City Search.
Cosmo time. Cosmo time.
Welcome back.
So we just saw plenty of horses. Dash, what do you think we have coming up next?
That's a trick question, right? I'm just going to say more horses.
Correct. Our next story is about horseback riding in our metropolis.
Good, because the LAC search just now has convinced me to buy my own horse.
Easy, Dad. The story's about horseback riding, not owning horses. And besides, do you know how much horses cost?
No. What? That much? I mean, that's not that much at all. Let's check out this week's Shanghai City Search.
It's such a nice weather today, and I'm gonna meet a very special friend and have a talk, have a walk, and oh, he's right there. Wide open spaces, fresh air, and a lot of green. It's safe to say my friend's living pretty well. Well, my special friend is very handsome, very strong, very tall, and he runs very fast. Of course, this is not my boyfriend. The real friend is Xiaoshan. Oh, I'm just kidding. The real friend is Ma Dalian. Mr. Ma is the riding coach and has been riding horses for nearly 20 years. He has a unique appreciation for the animals and a lot of experience working with them.
我第一次接触马呢，是在我18岁的时候。当我第一次看见马的时候，我就被它俊美的外形啊，它的很健美的一些肌肉吸引。然后从那个时候开始，我就开始慢慢就是去学习如何去骑马。在我20岁的时候，我自己就买了2匹马，就自己养自己骑，就是坚定了，就是我把骑马玩马这样一个作为我一个事业来做。
With Coach Ma giving me my first lesson, I'm confident that I will get the hang of it pretty soon. But first, I want to get to know my riding partner. Everybody, meet Xiaoshan. He's the perfect horse to learn on because he's so calm. And it seems like we've become good friends.
我建议呢，一些初学者呢和马慢慢的培养一些感情，大家互相建立起一些交流了以后，才能更好的完成这样一个运动。
That's certainly a good tip and one I plan to follow. So Xiaoshan, are you ready?
我们刚刚开始靠近马匹的时候呢，是稍微动作稍微缓慢一点，因为马就是很害怕它突然靠近它的东西。然后我们上马的时候呢，首先要拉好2个缰绳，2个缰绳同时拉紧，这个是控制你方向，也是让它停下来的一个东西。然后我们用我们的右手固定好脚蹬，用我们的左脚先踩在那个脚蹬里，然后我手抓住那个脚，马鞍子迅速上马。上马的时候呢，一定要动作要坚决一些，动作要稍微干脆一些，就是脚不要踢到它的后屁股。然后上马了以后呢，迅速又分开，用2个手来握缰绳，掌心向下。缰绳从小拇指这边穿进去，大拇指这边穿出来，大拇指压住那个绳头。注意一下我脚的动作，脚呢我用我的脚的前半个脚掌踩，脚尖往上翘，脚后跟往下压，脚后跟往下压，膝盖和小腿的这边用力夹住马肚子，就像手臂一样抱着马肚子。对，然后呢，我们的脚后跟和我们的臀部到我们的肩膀是成一条直线。对。
Okay, now it's my turn. 这样，然后这样，哦，left feet. Oh, good. Oh, it's not as hard as I expected, so just relax. And shall we get started? 我们开始吧。Oh, go. Apparently, trotting around a ring in the training ground is enough for a new rider like me. But for the more experienced riders, they are here to ride on the open grass.
我们马场主要以休闲骑乘为主，它呢更接近于北方那种草原上的一种骑乘的一些方式。我们这边的一些游客呢，在我经过我们教练的一个简单培训以后，就可以骑上我们经过调训的马，在我们公园里面野骑。
One of the biggest features of Mr. Ma's stables is the vast open grassland, and they've certainly attracted a lot of riders to come here.
我觉得骑马的感觉非常棒，然后这里的环境非常的好。在市区很少有这种，应该说在上海很少有这种这么宽阔的可以给你骑马的地方。而且这边有非常多的小动物，比如说有野兔啊，还有很多鸟。然后可以看到很少那种市区很少看到的那种像海边的那种鸟吧，那种黑的很大的。
Fresh air, open spaces, and getting close to the nature is definitely a relaxing alternative to the busy streets of Shanghai.
我觉得骑马的感觉让人特别兴奋，特别尤其在现在上海的大都市啊，工作压力比较大，我们休息天的时候来这里那么空旷的地方，放松一把，把压力都能释放掉，这样感觉比较好。
It seems like horseback riding in the open fields is an experience I can't miss. So I think it's time for me to give it a try. I think my rider's gotten a lot smoother, and to be honest, it really isn't that hard. So if you have a free weekend, why not meet a friendly horse and enjoy a relaxing ride through the fields of Mr. Ma's stables? But here are a few other options for horseback riding here in the city.
Don't change that channel,
because there's more Cosmo Times to come.
as we check out what's been happening in the entertainment scene in this week's Creative Source.
Don't go away.
Cosmo Time. Cosmo Time.
So Dash, I have to say we had some great outdoor fun today.
Yep, there's nothing like going outside to clear your senses and get some inspiration.
Speaking of inspiration, we have some more coming up in our Creative Source.
Oh, that's fine by me. I just hope there aren't any more horses. I think I've had my fair share already.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure there aren't any more to mess with your chi.
There better not be, because I take my chi very seriously.
观众朋友们，你们好，我们是
超级市场。
我们为什么叫超级市场呢？因为我们是一支非常老的乐队。我们乐队成立的时候，中国刚刚有超级市场，所以那个时候我们觉得挺新鲜的。然后加上年龄特别小，所以就取了这个名字。 我们现在的表演形式可能和很早以前组队的时候已经很不一样了，因为时代变化太快，然后年龄然后增长也很快，所以我觉得应该多尝试一些形式来表达自己的情感。
最初在中国做电子乐，可能那个时候科技没有那么发达，那么现在有这么多的条件，还有一些志同道合的朋友，那么大家就想通过电子乐这么一个形式，还有画面，还有这些就是跟视频结合、多媒体这种结合，来营造一种可能是赋予这一时代气息的这么一个特质的一些东西。
之所以选点线这种简单的图形，是因为隔了好几层纱嘛，然后就这种简单的图形，到时候打到纱上面会有一个立体的感觉。你要用特别复杂的图形打到纱上面，那么多层纱投出来以后就是糊的了，所以我们尽量选择简单一点的图形。
就我觉得隔着布其实隔着纱，我觉得也是因为我们。就是其实我们长得也不好，形象也不好，其实我们属于制作型的，然后有的时候其实在目前我们其实比较紧张，所以我们更多的方式就是隐藏在后面，其实我们会发挥很多东西更自然。
看超级市场乐队演出的时候，我会觉得，这个电子可以做的这么的实验，就是这么的多元化，而且可以表达很多很深层次的意义，我觉得很惊奇。很少有 DJ 会躲在幕后不让人家看到他的脸，都很嗨的，然后很喜欢表演的。我觉得他们是比较低调的那种。
超级市场，他们一个特色就是音乐比较多，然后人声的部分少一点。其实我觉得人声部分少就是给人一种就是幻想，给人一种那种空间感会更大一些，也包括视觉，他们的现场是让人就感觉完全沉浸在里面，有一种科学幻想这种感觉。
我觉得超级市场现在已经算作为国内的独立视觉音乐相结合乐队里面走的最国际化的一支，因为他们就已经不仅仅是一个音乐人的身份，它是给你是一个更大的一个氛围感，从你的耳朵、眼睛，还有你的皮肤和在空气当中接触一个感官，一个完整性的体验，就是这是一个体验的一个过程了，而不是说只是去听一个音乐。
其实我觉得选择电子音乐其实不是我们选择的，我觉得可能是别人帮我们选择的，或者是什么东西选择了我们。其实我们只是随着一种潜意识或者一种很感性的东西在走，然后是沿着生命走，还是沿着时间走，还是沿着空间走，其实我们根本就不太清楚。但是我们依然在挑战一种感性，就是一种新鲜的一种感性。我们希望能够把一些很新鲜，然后很灵活、很火热的东西，然后从内心挖掘出来，然后保持一种它的那种活跃感，然后不让这种东西陈旧下去，不让它衰老下去。可能我觉得这是一种人类的本能。
Adapted from a story by British author Michael Frayn, the stage play Noises Off has returned to the stage of the Shanghai Dramatic Arts Center. A play within a play, the 3C show takes you from rehearsal to backstage and then the show itself. Its debut last year received an excellent response from both critics and audiences, bringing the production back to the stage for another round.
等一下，等一下，等一下。
The latest production of Noise Off will be on stage until March 8th, so be sure not to miss it.
Well, that wraps it up for today. Hope you guys enjoy our outdoorsy edition of Cosmo Times.
So I hope you guys are inspired to get up, go out, and have some fun.
See you guys all next week. So Dash, now that we have some free time, what would you like to do next?
Well, I think I want to do that thing where you walk backwards in the park and slap yourself on the chest.
What?
Oh! Or hang a towel on a tree and give it a couple whacks.
You sure you're feeling okay?
Or do some ballroom dancing in the middle of the playground.
Bye.
Welcome back.
So Dash, that was plenty of horses.
My name is Dash, not Daz.
I said Dash.
You said Daz.
Daz.
I hope you're all inspired to get up, go out, and have some fun.
And be sure to check us out next week. Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yep. The great outdoors. Soak it up, man. As long as the weather is nice, I'm game for anything.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
The story's about horseback riding, not owning horses. Besides. Do you know how much it costs?
Obviously, Christine doesn't know. She doesn't want to